Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to be learning about actions in Adobe Illustrator. So actions are kind of automated tasks which Adobe Illustrator helps us perform, okay? So as to prevent us from kind of having to do them over and over again. So for example, things that we want to do over and over again, we can turn them into actions by recording them, okay? And then whenever we want to perform those tasks, we just have to click on the actions and then play them, and then Adobe Illustrator performs those actions for us automatically. So these can help speed up our workflow in Adobe Illustrator. So to start, I'm going to create a new document. I'm just going to choose from this preset here. Perfect. And then to start, I'm just going to create an ellipse and maybe give it a fill color. So one thing with actions is they don't work on every effect or every task you want to do, but they have a lot of uses and you're going to find them really helpful. Okay, so some of the tasks I have observed they do not work on are maybe effects. Okay, so you can create actions for some of these effects. Okay, but in general, other things you can create actions for them. So I'm just going to start by opening up the actions panel. So come to Windows and then actions. Okay, so this is the actions panel, and then we have default actions. Now these are actions that come with Adobe Illustrator, and when you just open the folder here, you then see them. And then when you click on an action and then come to play current selection, so when you click on play, you then see that the action then happens, or the task then happens. Like for this one, we can see that it has reduced the opacity of the selected shape by 60, okay, to maybe 60%, okay, to 60%, as you can see here. So that's the action. It just helps us reduce the opacity. So for example, if we have a lot of things and we don't want to keep manually going to reduce the opacity, we can just select and click, select and click. Sorry, what did I do? We can just select. Sorry, okay, I made a mistake. Okay, we can just select and click, and you can see that it's easier to do that instead of just selecting and then going to kind of adjust the opacity. Okay, so this is as simple as what an action can be. Okay, so there are quite a lot of actions here. Okay, there are quite a lot of actions. We have this for the opacity 60, we have opacity 40 and screen. So I guess this one gives it the 40% opacity and then maybe makes the blending mode screen. Okay, let me just try it out and see. Okay, so this is the opacity at 40, and then as you can see, the blending mode is now screen, right? Yeah, so that's what it does. And we can have many other actions. So besides some of these actions, you see this this box, right? Now this box can be activated here. Not all of them will have the activation for this box. Okay, we won't be able to activate this box for all of them, but this box helps us to kind of further modify our action. Okay, so for example, if we have an action for, let's see, move, let's try this guy. Okay, so let's have it without the box turned on. Okay, so let's just remove the box and then click on our action or on our move action and then play it. So we see that it then moves. Okay, so it moves by a default value which was used when creating this action. Okay, now what if we want to be able to edit the default value, the value of the move, right? Now that's where this box comes to play. So let's assume we have it here now, and then we have the box checked. Now when we click here, we can see that the move option now comes up, and we can now kind of manually put in the position of the move. So if we do not want the original, which is 66, we can maybe put 100 and then okay. So that's the use of this box. So it has its importance in many actions. So some actions might require it, some actions might have it as optional. Okay, so we're going to look at many other options so that you get familiar with how the whole thing works. So now what I want us to do is have a little bit of walkthrough for the action panel. Okay, so now this is the action panel we have here, where we can create a new set of action. Okay, so like this guy here is a set. Okay, this guy here is a set. We can have like a new set of action, okay, by clicking on this folder icon here. So when we click on it, we can maybe name it my new set. Okay, then okay. Now all the actions we'll be creating when selecting this set will then be created under this set. Okay, so when we select our set, we can come here to create new action, and then this create new action dialog box will then pop up, and we can kind of type in the name of the action. Maybe we want to have it scale. Okay, scale times 2. Okay, so maybe this is what we want, scale times 2. We want to be able to scale our shape by 2. Okay, now we then have the set, which is my new set, which I've selected here, and then we have function. Now this function, Adobe Illustrator gives us the ability to add a shortcut key or a shortcut function to our action. So that's optional, of course. We can just have it like none, and we won't have any shortcut. We'll just have it here and we can manually click. But if we have a shortcut, let's say function 2 or shift function 2, okay, so let's say shift function 2, and then color, maybe give it red or whatever color, and record. Okay, so now after clicking recording, we can then do what we want our action to be. Okay, remember Adobe Illustrator is now recording whatever we do. Okay, so what I want to do now is right click and then go to transform, and then go to scale, and then I just want to scale this by times 2. Okay, that's by 150. Then okay, now we can see here that we now have scale, right? We now have scale. We can keep doing other things and Adobe Illustrator will keep recording them here, but I just want to stop here right now and then click on stop playing / stop recording. So when I click here, now we have our action, and for that box we should be able to actually activate our box. Now that's this box here. Okay, yeah, so we can now activate this box. Now when we select a new shape here, okay, we can now play our action, and because we have our box activated, we can now edit our value. So maybe we want it to be 200 now. Okay, and yeah, this is it now. But when we do not have our box activated, when we click it, it's going to take the default value which the action was created with, which is 150. Okay, I'm sure you get the gist now. So just going to select everything and delete, and we can have actions for a whole lot of things. Let's assume we have our design here and we want to save it as a PDF file. We can just come to file and then save a copy as, and then maybe actions, and then come to the file type and then click on PDF, right? And with this we can now save our PDF. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm actually supposed to record this saving. Of which I didn't do, so we don't have any action on saving. So let's just create it quickly. So let's come here, click here, create new action, and then let's name it saving. Okay, saving PDF copy. Then let's give it a shortcut. Let's give it F2, but this time it's Control, not Shift. Then yeah, red, maybe green, then record. So with this now we come to File, save a copy or Adobe PDF, and then just save it as Actions. Just replace it, and yeah, now we can see that we now have it saved as a copy, right? And now we can click on stop recording, and whenever we want to save a PDF file, we can just select this action. Okay, select this action and then play it. Okay, and we actually need to get this box checked in this case, because we have to write down the name and then select other options, right? Because we are saving. So that's why we need to have this box checked. So after having this box checked, when I click on play right now, we can see that now it enables us to now save our stuff. Okay, so let's just add some random letters to our name and then save. Now we can see that we are now able to save our PDF file with this action. Okay, so actions can work for a whole lot of things, can work for a whole lot of things. We can create opacity, just like how we saw with this guy here. Okay, now I want to try using our shortcuts. Okay, so I'm just going to try Control F2, and now we can see that we are now able to save. Okay, just like how we indicated for this guy here. And when I have Shift F2, we'll then be able to scale, just like for this other action here. So as you can see, the shortcuts are also working. Now I want us to try something out, something interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to come here, come to my my shape tool, and then select the star tool and just create a star. Okay, create a star, and then just come and give it a gradient. Then maybe make this guy this color and this other guy the color like this. Okay, and maybe I'll just kind of come and edit the colors. Okay, then make this guy maybe brighter like this, and then I want to make it a radial gradient. Okay, I want to make it a radial gradient. Let's just reverse the gradient so that the brighter parts are outside. Okay, what I want to do is first create my new action. So I'm going to select my new set, then create new action. So I'm going to name it flowery shape, and I'm going to create an action for a flowery shape design. Okay, so I'm just going to give it F3 and Control F3, give it a random color and record. Now what I want to do is right click, go to transform and transform each. Okay, and I'm going to make this 15%. I'm going to reduce the size or the scale by 85%, and then I'm going to click on copy. Okay, now the next thing I will do is I'm going to right click, transform, and transform again. Okay, and the shortcut for this guy is Control D. So I'm going to keep Control D. Okay, until I achieve this very beautiful shape, very beautiful design. Okay, and finally I'll just select everything and group them. Perfect. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop my recording. I'm going to stop my recording. So stop recording. And now we have our new action here. So let's try it out, right? Let's try it out. So let's create the guy here, and maybe for this guy we're just going to reverse the gradient, And then let's select the guy and come to our flowery shape action and play it. And then you see that this box now comes up, and I'm going to click on copy, and as you can see now, we now have our action. And the last action, or the last task, did not go down well. That's the group one. I don't know what happened, but at least we have the others. Okay, so this will have taken us a bit of time to perform, but we can see that the action or the action feature in Adobe Illustrator has helped us to automate this task and perform the tasks within a very short period of time. So I'm going to create this ellipse and then come to effects, come to distort and transform, and then give it a pluck and blot and kind of turn it to see something like this. Okay, something like this, and okay. Then I'm going to just reverse the gradient here, then select the guy and select our action and play, and okay. Perfect. I feel like doing another one, but this time with the gradient uh colors reversed like this. Okay, now with this guy selected, go to the actions and activate, and as you can see now, we have our beautiful shape. Okay, the possibilities with this guy is very limitless. Okay, your imagination is the limit to this. So I'm going to create another quite interesting shape. Okay, maybe we have something like this. Then let's give it the action and see what we're gonna have. Okay, I think I made a mistake here. Just Ctrl Z to undo. So once more, select the action and play. Okay, perfect. I'm going to have it with a reversed gradient like this. Okay, select, and play, and copy. So let's try. I selected out before it's finished, right? So let's try to have the new action, or let's try to have the action sorry, where is my actions panel here? Okay, okay, so let's try to have the action with our gradient reversed. Okay, I think we didn't. Okay, we actually did this here. I feel like adding more effects so as to have more interesting shapes. Okay, so I'm just going to go to my distort and transform, and then maybe give it a bit of twist. Okay, a bit of twist, and yeah, maybe I give it something like this, and then try to give it the action. Copy. Perfect. You can see what our actions are enabling us to create. Okay, so with actions, your workflow will be very much optimized, and you'll be able to achieve your tasks very quickly. Okay, and with this, we've come to the end of our lecture on actions, and see you in the next one.